Hello, welcome to this taste challenge. We're restaging from Christmas Day. Christmas morning I did Tomatin, Dualchas, or Legacy in the rest of the world. And I put it up against the Glenlivet Founders Reserve. It's been on the market about 5 years. But I was saying, man, they have no flavor. They have no flavor. And then I realized later you were sick enough with a cold and sniffling and chest trouble that you lost your sense of smell and taste. So I felt it was unfair to claim they had no flavor. I'm not saying that they have a lot of flavor. Now, these two are kind of on the, let's call it approachable, mild side, but to say they have no flavor, I knew something was wrong. So I'm not going to do it a third time though. If this gets messed up, then that's where it's going to stand. So take the tomatin out the box. Saw this at Walmart this morning they had it back to $27. They had gone up, but they put it back to $27. Well, there's a big essay on the back of it about how great it is. Graham Yunson, distillery manager, imported by USDP, Princeton, Minnesota. USDP, United States Distillery Products. Isn't that the company that just bought Windsor Canadian, Princeton, Minnesota? Oh well. The Glenlivet. Founded in 1824, but this Founders Reserve has been out, like I said, since 2015. This was a 2019 bottle. They said it's going to focus on vanilla, strong on vanilla, and secondly on toffee, floral and fruity, and then low on spice and raisin. My nose is still imperfect, and my smell ability has not returned yet, so I can't smell anything. I don't think so. Sorry. Hopefully it's not gone for 2 months. Okay, so here's the Glenlivet Founders Reserve. Nice bottle. They have $32 at Walmart. I bought the 12-year-old also in the old bottle. I bought the old label design for the 12-year just to get some old. Glenlivet Distillery, Banffshire, Scotland. No age statement. A blend of single malts. Foil cap. It's a true cork. It's not the, press board, particle board cork. Forgot to put my labels. Go over there. I already have them. I just have to cut them and put them. All right. All right. Just a moment. Doing Wild Card Wednesday tomorrow night, 7:20 to 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. Bring whatever you want. I already know what I'm bringing. Bringing Yingling Black and Tan. And then the next night at 7 Eastern, on the top of the hour, we're doing sparkly, bubbly wine or champagne. I already have that in the cabinet. I need to put it on on ice in the fridge. As soon as I get off of this, I'll put it in the fridge. I forgot about that. The cold duck from Andre, meaning Ernest and Julio Gallup. Then Friday night, or maybe the next Friday, but a Friday coming up is Pro Wrestling Hour. And I'll be hosting it, but I'm not going to be participating in it aside from just sitting there listening to James P. Madonna and Nina and guests, viewers talk about professional wrestling. Okay, question and answer. So you say, well, do I want to watch that? I don't know if you want to watch it. I like listening to it. I don't know anything about it. So if it is Friday night, it's going to be at 7, 1824, plastic cap, but it's a cork, 7 Eastern. And then it'll just be for 1 hour, and then I'll say, that's it, we got to cut it off. Top of the hour over. Okay, this is a wooden cap, you see. Oh, it's tight. Oh, man. Real cork, not press board, particle board. Pretty bottle, huh? This is their core range, part of their core range. If you look on the website, I'll put the link below. The core range. This is the Dualchas, the base model. Got to have a base somewhere. Then we'll go to the higher levels as we go along, I suppose. Go back in there. Moisturize the cork for future use. I didn't know about that moisturizing a cork until I opened that bottle of a 1983 8-year aged Wild Turkey from 1983, never before opened. That cork was so dry rotted when I went to twist it, it broke. And then it was falling down in the whiskey. I had to strain it. If I had just tipped it over and let it set for an hour, absorb that liquid, would have been fine. But I didn't know. I guess the Founders Reserve from Glenlivet is a little darker. The Glenlivet is a little darker. I think a lot of Glenlivet single malts is used in blends. Like, Grant's. Things like that. A lot of single malt brands that you're used to are used as in the blends. Okay. And then that's a whole nother industry, part of the industry. Pour too much. But this stuff flowed out lighter gold. This flowed out pretty fast. I really wanted about half of each. Always misgauge that because I always think it's not going to come out. It's barely going to come out. Then it just flows out. The ones you really got to be careful with are the ones that have that, they say, built-in pourer, usually with the handle bottles. They have that special spout on the end, built-in pourer. If you just tip it, it's flowing out. No backwash, no reverse airflow. It's coming out. So you just barely tip it and you're going to feel it. Yeah, it's crazy. This is crazy. You just shot him on TV. This is crazy. Somebody just saved the Dallas DA a load of work. Okay. Well, of course, the nose is going to be a problem. I can smell like a shadow of something, but it's 95% dead note. Same thing here. So we're going to be working handicap. I guess Speed Racer going to have to be my legs and Rex Racer going to have to be his eyes. And I'm going to have to cooperate like that. So Speed Racer going to be my legs and Rex Racer. Racer X Speed Racer going to be my legs, and Racer X going to be my eyes. All right. And if I see Dev Devlin going by that oil slick, I'm still try to warn him. But they won't listen. Okay. Cheers. Well, tastes like a lot of sugar. Which seems odd. Sugar and dough. Sugar and dough. I don't know why it would taste like sugar and dough. But not, yeah, I was going to say it's already been baked. It's like the bread now. Yeah, maybe. Sort of, kind of regular. I don't know if I'm going to be able to tell these apart. And I don't know if I would be able to tell them apart without nose problems and, lung you know what I'm saying? Like, I could use that as an excuse. Well, I'm sick. I've been ill. I can't smell. Yeah, but would I be able to tell them apart if I was in perfect health? I don't have much confidence in that. They're not the same price. The Tomatin's 27 and change. The Glenlivet's 32 and change, if you're lucky. So 27 and 32. Now that's a $5 difference. I don't think the Glenlivet's going to be $5 better. It's more famous. Everybody said the Glenlivet did this, the Glenlivet did that. So I said, yeah, sure. But if you go to Walmart, Glenlivet, yeah. But they got the Tomatin. It's there. It's in play. I think there's a higher grade one also there, I think. Glenmorangie, Elgin Classic. It's there. There it is. Elgin Classic coming up next. Not today, but soon. And then they got the 12-year, the Glenmorangie 12-year, which I saw right there on the shelf. Pretty box. Yeah, and I think next to it was a Tomatin higher grade. But they got a lot of grades. Look at the website. I mean, look at the Founders Reserve. They go all into detail about how great it is. What do you expect? I mean, they got a whole, it's like a short story. Distiller Alan Winchester marries together a selection aged oak cast and American first fill oak cast. Should have put that. And it goes on and on. It goes on and on. Shows people eating food and drinking, and it's a beautiful website. Rich company. Tomatin, same thing. They go on and on about how fabulous it all is. Nice website. Also, like William Kepler said, these beer companies could learn a lesson from the whiskey companies how to run a website. It's 40. Now, there is a big difference. Tomatin is 43% alcohol, and the Glenlivet is 40. I think I forgot to put that in my notes. Let me check right now. I'm going to get to you, man. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I put it cancel. I put it in, man. Hey, Ron, I just watched a video where someone reviewed Guinness Imperial Gingerbread Spiced Stout. Oh, okay, I have that. I have some in my fridge. It seemed pretty interesting, but the person thought it might be a regional release and not available everywhere. I really don't know about that. It's common here, not in this town, because this town is small, so really it's not here at all. Although I would never run out of beer if I only did beer and whiskeys and brandies from this town. But you know what I'm saying? Relative to New Orleans, we don't have much. In Metairie, and then in New Orleans, yeah. It's around. It's around. It's around. It's around. It's around. Guinness is around. Ooh, Guinness is around. All right. So look at all the different tomatins they've got. 12-year. All the metals. Cast strength. I wouldn't be able to drink that. 12 years, 43%. Cast strength. Oh, they don't list the ABV. Oh, because you know it's high. When your mouth is plenty dry, when your mouth is dry, you know you're getting plenty. Then they got the 14-year, the 18-year, the 30-year, the 36-year. Oh, I would hate to see the price of the 36-year, but I bet you it's not $27. Maybe $327. Miles O'Toole says Glenlivet makes some good stuff. Oh, yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. You know how people say, we'll just have to agree to disagree. Well, I'm going to agree to agree. I'm going to agree with you. But looks like Tomatin's got it going on also. So who's better, Glenlivet or Tomatin? How do I know? I'd have to try them all, and that won't happen in my lifetime. So looks like they're fine. You know, they're both comparable. Pay $5 more for Glenlivet. Oh, who's winning right now? It's very close. King of the Dots, also known as you know who. I'm trying to plan a 2-person party for New Year's. Let's talk champagne. That's coming up Thursday night at 7 Eastern. You're very unpredictable on your live streams. How dare you, Ronald? Says Kevin. Well, I was sick. You know, I hadn't even done a live stream. I didn't think I'd be able to do one for a long time. So I'm still not totally well, but it's hard to plan them out. Like to say, I'm going to always do it at this time. No, it doesn't work out like that. I still have a Dalmore 12-year I purchased back in 2003, says David Cassidy. Well, that's pretty nice. That's actually very nice. Okay. Yeah. It's kind of like sugary dough. So flavor-wise, not a big difference. It's all good, my friend. I just appreciate your consistency in producing quality content. Oh, thank you. Now, I think the deciding factor is going to be the proof. I thought that's Christmas morning. Well, I deleted that video because I couldn't taste it all. At all. Gary, I need to get my old bar job back. I need free samples. It's going to take a lot to catch up with the Ron man. Perhaps that's true. Okay. 86 proof versus 80 proof. That's what we're dealing with right now. One thing you'll notice about Tomatin, they all come out at a higher proof. I guess that's their game plan, to hit at a higher proof. Isn't that what Evan Williams does? All the other kids in the yard are running around at 80 proof, and here comes Evan Williams with 86 proof. 86 proof. Unless you get the green label, which is 80 proof. Age 3 years, charcoal filter, full metal jacket. But that's what you get with the Evan Williams green label. But the black label is the 86 proof. Okay. Hi, Joker. This is basically impossible to differentiate. And I'm not going to blame it on being sick. I could. And probably I should. but I don't think it would matter. I really think they're just too similar one to another. And I know somebody might comment and say, you're so pedestrian. They're just regular type Scotch whiskeys. Guy, dude, they're not that different. They're normal price, about $30. They're not that remarkable. And I would say, that's why they're like $30. Are you telling me anything I don't know? If they were $230, I would get the drift. We're not dealing with that level of product. Bourbon Wars. Don't you live it? I can't believe Jack Daniel's sticks with 80 proof across the board. They don't. They have some higher proof, but I don't know, Jack Daniels, man. I don't even want to get into that controversy. Jack Daniels is all right by me. Jack Daniels is all right by me. Man, could I use all the rich characteristics of these two to tell them apart one from the other? Yeah, but there's only one little problem. They don't have any rich characteristics. They're just kind of like normal. Like, I don't want to say plain Jane or sweet Jane or standing on a corner, suitcase in their hands. You know what I'm saying? And Tomatin's in a rock and roll band. You know what I'm saying? I think they're kind of just sort of plain. Sweet plain. Ooh. Sweet plain. Heavenly wine and roses. This tastes fine. It's bready, meaning doughy, and it's a little sugary. There's no bad bite. There's no harsh grain alcohol notes because, after all, it ain't using grain alcohol. It's using malt alcohol. Malt alcohol. What? Malt whiskey. Single malt whiskey. This one seems to be a little bit more punchy. And when I say punchy, I don't mean like when Mary Tyler Moore stayed up all night and then she was punchy and she made that rude comment and put it in the paperwork, and then the man read it on air and she got fired by Lou Grant. But of course, by the end of the episode, she got a job back on promise never to misbehave again and not stay up all night and be punchy and put bad things in the paperwork. But hello, Lou. But I just think it's got a little bit more going for it. I'm going to use my next stimulus check to buy a 100-year-old scotch. See? Somebody told me they're going to use theirs to buy pork because it would be apropos. Only pork from the pork barrel. Oh, this welfare state. You say, but I want Republican welfare. But my friend wants Democratic welfare. But I want Republican welfare. My friend wants Democratic welfare. Oh, boy. My bags are packed. I'm ready to go. Now, man, I'm going to get Cass Elliot to sing that song with me. But I shouldn't say that. I should say I'm going to get Naomi Cohen to sing that with me. They didn't mean a thing because I'm leaving. I think, I don't really know, but I think I'm going to try for the kingdom if I can. I'm going to call this the Glenlivet because I don't think it's got the alcohol level that the other one has, but that the differentiation is not that significant. But it's there. But it's minor. Very minor. Not double A, single A. Oh, Tomatin. You three-syllabic named product. You're like a bridge over troubled water. All right. Glenlivet, you three-syllabic name item 4 if you count the. Have tried Bowmore Scotch whiskey. I never tried it, but I heard of it. Okay, I'm saying this is the Glenlivet, and my confidence level is not high. Not high at all. Oh! You trash. You garbage. You scum of the earth. That's not the Tomatin. Oh, wait, that is a Tomatin. I'm so disoriented. I feel like Richard Gere after Grandma went off. Oh, my Lord. All right. This is the Tomatin. I called it wrong. That's the Glenlivet, and this is the Tomatin. But a little bit higher alcohol, a little bit less conversation, you know. Viva Las Vegas. The Trouble with Girls. Clam bake. You know what I'm saying? Change your habit. It's all like the same thing, you know? I mean, so I guess it's a tough one. So this was the Tomatin, and this is the Glenlivet, and maybe that Caribbean one, the Glenlivet Caribbean thing, in the rum barrels is different and be more differentiated, and maybe the Tomatin 12-year or something would be. But these are pretty basic, and so I just think maybe you could tell them apart and get some kind of kudos from that. And Reuben Kincaid could set up some, but I don't have any confidence. All right, now, so it's a washout. I kind of had a feeling like I was setting this up and I was thinking, watch it be a washout. And it was. Just because a whiskey is older doesn't equate to better, says David Simmons. That's probably true. He was just kidding anyway, though. Darn, I'm afraid you got punked. Last time I had Glenlivet, it seemed off. Of course, it could have been me. It could have been you. It could have been who knows how many different factors. Beer Hounds Beer Review says, hi, Ron. Hi, Ron. I mean, I'm saying that to myself. Hi, Beer Hound. Okay. Let's see. Regathering my thoughts as we close out. Now, the Glenlivet Founders Reserve, very nice, very mellow, very mild, very, if you want to say bland, okay, fine. But nothing about it. Going up against the Glenmorangie Elgin Classic, let's say in 2 days. That's going to be even tougher because you got 40 against 40. It's not going to be 43% against 40. So, I mean, I would just expect it to be another failure. You know what I'm saying? Like, I won't be able to tell them apart. And I know what some people are going to say. That ain't nothing but a bunch of common, run-of-the-mill single malts. Blah, blah, blah. Nothing versus nothing versus nothing versus nothing. And I would say, actually, that's true. You look different. Well, I shaved my face, man. Okay. I felt like John Lennon in 1970, 50 years ago. I just shaved it off. And that's what Lindsey Buckingham did too. He had that big beard and that hair. And he said, one day I was in the shower and I was like, I can't take this anymore. He shaved his beard off and shaved his, cut his hair real short like mine. And he went back to the studio at Warner Brothers, and the other people were like, oh, dude, we wear long hair and beards, man. That's what we do in the rock world. And he was like, well, you might. I don't anymore. And they're like, okay, but, he was like, I shaved it off and it's staying shaved off. And he never grew it back. And then he said, I'm just looking out for love. And he abruptly quit the band and then got fired. And then it was all kind of drama and no one cares. All right. Facial hair affects your taste buds. Oh, yeah? No wonder I couldn't taste anything for years. Okay. Howdy, Ron, says D from Cool. Good to see you. Good to see you, D from Cool. All right. Well, that's it. That's it. Over. That's a wrap. And I'm sorry I couldn't tell them apart, but don't blame me. Blame the companies for making stuff that's not that tasty. On the other hand, blame them for making stuff that's pretty consistent and enjoyable and come in pretty bottles. Aesthetically, they're awesome. Look at that embossment. Look at the bottle design. Got to give them credit. Oh, I hate winter. I hate being sick. Okay, thanks for watching this video production.